A very wonderful afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the quarterfinals of the winners bracket of what is an ongoing competition here in the city of Lusaka in the southern African country of Zambia, where we are having Tanzania taking on Uganda. It's in fact Amadeus, the player from Tanzania, taking on Ibrahim Sejemba from Uganda. They are racing to 9 and 5 frames have been played so far, with Ibra, the Ugandan, leading 3-2. My name is Peter Chowe and live commentary will be resuming in a while. The scores on the left in red are for the Tanzanian Amadeus, and on the right in blue are for the Ugandan Ibra. The last time Ibra participated in a double elimination competition like this one, he was defeated, I think it was at the OIDC here in Zambia. He was defeated by Aiden Joseph. That one I think was a single life tournament. The double life tournament was the Matthew Ngulube comp in 2019, in which he defeated the Zambian victor in the final in a decider to lift that competition. That one made him the first Ugandan, by the way, to win a competition like this one away from home. He first lost to a Tanzanian in the second round, convincingly, by the way, 9-0, and dropped to the losers bracket, where he won everything and progressed to the final, which he won also against Victor. Here is Amadeus. Not a very convincing shot. He doesn't have enough sight of the black ball. Maybe he can think of banking it, what you call doubling, in the corner pocket where he's nearing right now. It is his best bargain, and if he misses, if he doesn't pot, most likely Ibra could punish him. He could also pot in that corner pocket of the red ball into, or goes for the first option and misses. All you think that Ibra needs is to pot one ball, and then this game will be as good as gone. Rooney from Zimbabwe is currently leading 4-3 against Cesar from Uganda. Rooney from Zimbabwe, 4. Cesar from Uganda, 3. Here it is Ibra leading 3-2 against Amadeus. In the meantime, the last 2 results I've told you are for players who are still involved in the winners category. That means they will still be involved in the tournament no matter the result. Finally, as the tournament gets closer and closer to its finals, there are less tables being used. You can see there is more space now, and I believe you have the best camera angle you've had in the tournament from this page so far. Not so, as Ibra, as expected with those 2 shots, now leads 4-2 against Amadeus. Ibra to break now. He's in tip-top form in this competition so far. In my opinion, he's playing the best pool in this tournament so far. It is a fair break. No ball spotted. That yellow ball, which is parked near the center pocket, actually crossed the imaginary line. That is what makes it a fair break. Had it not, then it would have been a foul on the break, with Amadeus having to start with 2 shots. Inspector from Zimbabwe leads 5-2, while very surprisingly, Rooney, also from Zimbabwe, leads 5-3 against Cesar. It is the biggest test after the Victor game that Cesar is having. He is 5-3 down against Rooney. Yes, these tournaments are meant to create surprises. Amadeus 2, Ibra 4, Tanzania 2, Uganda 4. It is possible to have, maybe by the turn of results, Ibra as the sole Ugandan in the winners category when it gets to its semi-finals, given the fact that Cesar is trailing 5-3 against Rooney. Inspector also on the verge of the semis, leading 5-0. It doesn't mean that the player in the winners category is the one to win the tournament, by the way, but it is very important to keep progressing in the winners bracket, because the more the player remains in the winners bracket, the less pool they play to reach the final. And like I said before, the player who qualifies for the final by winning the winners bracket will have played less matches than that one. I think 2 or 3 less matches actually than the player who qualifies from the losers bracket. And even in the final itself, the player in the winners bracket has 2 lives then. He's taking everything in silence. Ibra stays silent, calm, and composed, using only his cue to do the talking. After this current session of play, there will be left only 12 players in the tournament, 8 in the losers category and 4 in the winners category. Those 4 with 2 lives each, and then the 8 with 1 life left. Therefore, whoever loses this match will not entirely be out of the tournament. They will stay fighting in the losers category. Same applies to the game between Rooney and Cesar. Same applies to the Inspector game. Amadeus pulls on back. He still has the life in him. 3-4, is pretty much anyone's game, this one. He's that player who normally doesn't participate in Tanzania national team events, qualifiers also, but he's a very, very well-respected player in Tanzania. He gives a bloody nose to all of those players that you know who hail from Tanzania. Here he is proving his worth. He's every step of the way a solid citizen. He's 3-4 down, breaking to try and equalize against one of the tournament favorites. It's a fair break. 2 yellows spotted, but the blues, despite them being 7 on the table, look the better positioned balls. I'm sure he will be going for the blues. If he goes for the yellows, it will be a brave decision. Amadeus is not going to win that match by misusing opportunities like this one. This is a frame in which you have an opportunity to break and finish against Ibra. You simply have to take that one. Kelvin is the other player still in with 2 lives, leading against the player from Malawi. He's by the only Zambian left in with 2 lives. It, in my opinion, is a calculated risk from Ibra. Hopefully for him, the 2 shots are not enough for Amadeus to clear this frame. The entire Tanzanian delegation are seated around the table, trying to cheer on their last man standing. Compared to what the Tanzanians performed in the Grand Mchana Open, today's or this weekend's performance is an underperformance, to say the least. The most impressive have been the Zimbabweans this time round. Also, the fact that only one Zambian is in the quarterfinals in the winners bracket is a disappointment from the hosts, I would say. You also have to consider the number of players representing per country. Of course, the hosts have the lion's share, and Zimbabwe had the second biggest number. The sole representative from South Africa, Ishmael Mtetwa, is leading 6-4 against player and sponsor Zahid Munshi. And the sponsor is asking for timeout. He wants to organize the tournament and win it himself. In the meantime, Cesar is 6-3 down against Rooney. That is the news. The pre-tournament favorite is on the verge of exiting the winners category, dropping into the losers category. That game is in a timeout. They are racing to 9, of course. It's not over, not by any stretch of imagination, but at least you will say that Rooney is now in the driving seat. 6-3 is not an insurmountable lead, but it is a very good lead. This shot by Ibra most likely is to put that yellow ball in the corner pocket closest to your screen on the left. It can be better effective if it is potted off the blue, to displace the blue such that the blue pocket can be utilized to put one of the yellows and perhaps the black ball. He does that as though he were listening to me. The rest for players of the level of Ibra is a formality. Black is sunk in. 5-3, the Ugandan in the lead. By the way, in Uganda, he won 4 consecutive double life or double elimination tournaments before this year. Those were 2 consecutive double elimination tournaments organized in Kampala at a place called the Upper Volta in Kasubi. Also one in Kasubi at a different place which no longer exists, and another at Amigos also in Kampala. Before Cesar defeated Ibra earlier this year in that Kasubi double elimination comp of 64 players, he was the king of double life competition. He normally thrives well with the belief that he has 2 lives in him. The score is 5-3. Amadeus having timeout. Updates from other games coming up shortly. Junior Mishrem. Robert asking for Cesar scores. Cesar is 6-3 down against Rooney from Zimbabwe. There is also a game between Sally and Victor ongoing. Ishmael leads 6-4 against Zaid Munshi. Victor now leads 5-4 after that comeback he has made against Sally from Zimbabwe. Hazard is 4-2 down against a player from Zambia, while Sozo of Zimbabwe and Pakanati also of Zimbabwe are currently drawing 5-5. Those two are in the losers bracket for now. Ibra and Amadeus are at 5-3. We are switching. I am switching the camera to the game involving Cesar and Rooney. There we go. You guys have a wide variety of choice today. Action after action after action. 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 The guy on table is Rooney from Zimbabwe, taking on Cesar from Uganda. The Zimbabwean is leading 6-3. Once again, this match is in the winners bracket. That means whoever loses will not have lost it all. They will simply drop to the losers bracket, where they will find the likes of Mafia, the likes of Vandres, the likes of Ishmael, waiting for them with very open hands. Cesar is not only playing against a player who is having a good game in himself. Cesar's game is not good enough for this match. That miss of that ball in that previous shot is very testament. Rooney on the black about to make it 7. Yes, he does. Scores are 7-3. Rooney in the lead. We are at Billiards Cafe, city center of Lusaka in Zambia. Feel free to come and watch the action if you are in and around Lusaka. If you're not, simply charge your phone, load your data, and wait for notification after notification, because we are going to have this live all through up to the final. Bonjo Obonyo, you say you've never seen loser losing 4 games straight. Abdallah Lukwago, you say Cesar Ide. Robert asking for the score. It is 7-3, Rooney leading. And the more Rooney pots blacks, the more confident he becomes, and the more likely he becomes to win this match. But should Cesar win 1 or 2 games in succession before Rooney makes it 8, then things will become much more interesting. You can indicate in your comments whether you are most interested in this match or the Amadeus Ibra match. For me, it's just a matter of turning the camera, because where I'm positioning the camera is in between these 2 games. Shout out to you, Mwale Joshua, asking for the scores. 9-3, Rooney leading against Cesar. Sorry, it's not 9-3, it is 7-3. Apologies, 7-3. Cesar pulls 1 back. It is now 7-4. 1 quick frame. Cesar Diehard from Cape Town, Alan Hack, you are saying you are heading to the losers bracket. I think maybe yes, but not probably, not definitely yes. Let's wait and see where this goes. It's now 7-4. If Cesar can make it 7-5, if he gets closer to Rooney, Rooney will start playing under pressure, and Cesar will become getting confident. Sometimes that's how comebacks happen in this sport. Shims Kabila Chunga says, I keep it on for the Scorpion fans because the fans of the killer are fine. Okay, let's keep it here as we get updates from the Ibra Amadeus game. That one is still at 3-5 with Ibra in the lead. Amadeus 3, Ibra 5, Rooney 7, Cesar 4. Live commentary resuming shortly. Breaking news, Said Dimonshi, the tournament sponsor and venue owner, has eliminated South Africa's representative, Ismail Mthethwa, out of the tournament. I can't even believe what I'm telling you. Said Dimonshi through to the quarterfinals of the losers bracket at the expense of Ismail Mthethwa. Ibra Sejemba now leads 6-3 against Amadeus, while Hazard is 6-2 down against Hard Life. So most likely the Ugandans who are in the losers category are dropping out at this stage, both. There is a contestation regarding a previous shot that has been taken. That is why there is some VAR review led by one of the tournament organizers, Tesfa, who is using inspector's video to try and sort out this issue. And in the meantime, we can go back to Ibra's game, because right now there is no action in this one. Abel Kaninga, they are using a video from someone else, so I cannot give it unless they ask for it because I'm not an official of the tournament. But I also believe that mine was more clear and the officials can probably make a better informed decision. The scissors game is continuing. For now, we can be enjoying this one. As we get updates from that one, if the game gets closer, then we shall be shifting the video that side. In the meantime, here it is 6-3. The little Ugandan Ibra leading against the Tanzanian version of Muslim. Ibra on verge of making it 7 on one table. On the other, Cesar on the verge of pulling another game back. Rooney 7, Cesar 5 on the other table. And we shall be drifting between those games. Anthony Gesa says there was a foul. It wasn't given. The game has ended in victory for Cesar, so he is 7-5 down now.
Cesar, come on, Cesar.
It seems the majority of you want to watch the Cesar game, and it's understandable because this one is pretty much a foregone conclusion in favor of Ibra. The other one is a little more close, so I will oblige and do the turnover. It will take me a minute also to get it balanced. Yeah, I'm sorry to those who want to watch Amadeus and Ibra. I realized more interest was on this table. Scores are 7-5. It's Break and Finish Live by Cesar on the Break and Finish Live page. It is 3 frames 1 in quick succession. It was 7-3. Rooney leading, now 7-6. Race to 9. Unfortunately for Rooney, the class in Cesar seems to be coming off at the time he needs it the most. The organizers try to silence the fans such that the players play without interference. Cesar will put in the corner pocket, drawing the white ball a little backwards inside motion. Exactly. Rooney 7, Cesar 7, race to 9. The competition is both on the table and also there is competition in terms of noise. The Zimbabweans are a very loud cheerleading team. The majority of Zambians support Cesar because, of course, he has played in this country for 18 months. 7-7, too close to call. The mind games go on between the players. Rooney wants to ensure that Cesar placed the rack of the balls in its rightful place. Sorry. Seven. In the meantime, the winner of the match between Rooney and Cesar will face the winner of the match between Amadeus and Ibra in the semi-finals. Once again, should Cesar somehow win this match, his next opponent will be most likely Ibra, who is leading 7-4 right now against Amadeus. Thank you for watching. Mokasa Robert, Dorin Katsdora supporting. You say you can pull this off? I don't know who of the two players you say can pull this off because it is now pretty even between the two. Just close, no favorites. In the meantime, the quarterfinals in the losers bracket have started. We are just waiting for the end of this match to have one of the quarterfinals. The biggest of them all is the all Zambian clash between Victor and Mafia. I can also see Hard Life taking on Zaid Munshi. I can see Ade on table, as well as Sozo from Zimbabwe. It's a fair break from Cesar with no ball spotted. Those are the cheerleaders from Zimbabwe. They are a very noisy group of lads. Lots of confidence in this young man, even under such kind of pressure. The cheerleading for Cesar is being led by none other than Dennis Ongom. Rooney is out of sorts, and it's understandable. I need to remind him every time not to stand in front of the camera, but it's also understandable what is going through this game when it comes very tight. That is a foul from Cesar after miscuing. It's a miscue at a time Cesar needed it the very least. And Rooney is now having the advantage of 2 visits. not very convinced with the white ball action of Rooney, but he can still sink it in. It has to be a very accurate shot though. He leaves it packed. I cannot imagine what Cesar is even trying to do right now. He simply needs support, but at the end of the day, he will need to play snooker. And it must be a total snooker because where the black is packed in the corner pocket, you will imagine that if it's not a total snooker, then Rooney will not find it very difficult to find the angle to pot himself. Rooney will need to play off the cushion. The risk that Cesar has subjected him is to pot black off the blue, which will instead be a loss of frame. And yet he must play a legal shot. That's a foul. He will use the free shot to free those two blues. You have to be a bit lucky with the white ball. That's not a very good shot by Cesar's standard or standard of any of these players. He now needs another big shot. In fact, he will be right to start with the distant blue with a big follow shot off two cushions and must be on target. This guy. When he's playing at times, he just run out of narratives. From 7-3 down, he now leads 8-7 and is one frame away from a match in the semi-finals of the winners bracket, in which he will take on either Ibra or Amadeus. Most likely Ibra, because he's leading 8-5 against Amadeus of Tanzania. (8-7) Cesar in the lead. Tabisa Marcela Sally, thank you for watching. Rachel Mbewe, good morning to you. Thank you for watching. Around just 5 ladies are normally consistent in watching the games. I could even know them by name. Rachel Mbewe, Spina Shamira, Betty Tabitha, Nandrita Hilda Lux, Spice Tebiansala. Thank you for watching. Doreen Katsdora, Jackie Teido. Actually, I know many more than 5. Thank you for watching. Lawson Makunyaze, Godfrey MK, Crispin Shabula. Thank you for watching. Medi Kasumba Matovo Henry, Carl Jr. It is the best of African pool, a double elimination competition happening here in Lusaka City, the capital of Zambia. Cesar from Uganda is playing to make the semi-finals of this ongoing tournament winners category, where he will face most likely his friend but rival Ibrahim Sejemba. In the meantime, Rooney has simply refused to leave the face of the camera, but at times I understand. I'll just make sure that you guys can see at least the ball the player is targeting and the pocket, and where I need to adjust, I will. I don't want to over disturb the players. That shot, we didn't see it clearly, but it went in like you now know. That will be it for Rooney. Cesar. Let's give it.
You do that.
Congratulations, Cesar. It was a tough
It was really a tough match. I got pressure at some point, but thanks God I managed to win it. Thanks a lot to the fans who support as well.
You went 7-3 down. Most of us thought you were out. We are looking at you are playing in the losers bracket, and yet you were through. How were you able to make that comeback?
I got one time out just to cool myself down, and when coming back, when I won the first two games, I felt like I'm still in the game. That's how.
I don't know if you are aware, but you know Ibra, your friend. What can we expect of you in that match in the semi-final?
It will be a tough game, but all in all, it's a game. The best player wins.
For now, congratulations and good luck.